made their way to the centre line. I'll take you through today's team lineup, starting with Essex, who are wearing white this afternoon. In goal, number 1, James Scammell. Wearing number 2, Ryan Knight. At 3, Sam Bender. Wearing 4 is Ryan Reed. At 5, Jake Jolly. Wearing 6, Jack McQueen. At number 7, Tyler Richardson. Wearing number 8, Misha Jamila. At number 9, Kieran Southgate. Wearing 10, the captain, Albert Lee. At number 11, Ofalabi Sayeni Olalade. The substitutes today for Essex County Schools FA, number 12, Callum Henson. Number 14, Ibrahim Ugreda. Number 15, Enoch Suganaya. Number 16, Connor Terrell. And number 17, Tajruddin Salawa. Humberside lineup today. Humberside red, navy and yellow. In goal, number 1, Reece Elliott. Wearing number 2, Jack Smith. At number 3, Adam Spencer Robinson. Wearing 4, Alex Grant. At number 5, the captain, Levi Todd. Number 7, Jake Martindale. Wearing 8, Archie Brown. At number 9, Josh Walker. Wearing 11, Alfie Speed. At number 16, Jude Tarbottom. And number 17, Ed Riley. Substitutes today for Humberside, number 6, Cody Wills. Number 10, Chris Opie. Wearing 12, Jason Chinega. Number 14, Dennis Distrata. And 15, Matthew Owen. Today's match official, George Byrne, the referee. Assistant referees are Ben Greenbank and Steve Clark, and the fourth official is Adam Foods. The match duration will be 2 periods of 45 minutes. Scores are level at the end of 90 minutes. The winners of the trophy will be decided by taking penalty kicks.
Well, welcome back to Stoke City Stadium. It's our final game of the 3 days here at Stoke. It's the ESFA Under-18 Inter-County Trophy between Essex and Humberside. Essex in white, Humberside in the navy and yellow. And it's a team from the east of England who get us underway. Sent long down the line by Jack Smith, and well shepherded by Jack McQueen of Essex. Jack Smith gone across to take the throw. Can't quite keep in the return from his midfielder, Archie Brown. Looks like a foul by Brown on Albert Keith, the Essex captain, wearing number 10. And a first touch of the ball for the Essex goalkeeper, that's James Scammell. Sent forward. Essex striker Kieran Southgate making a nuisance of himself. Underneath that was Tyler Richardson. And then Misha Jamili. Nodded for by Sam Mvemba, and chasing it. Essex again, teed up on the edge, decent chance to strike one! And wasn't it struck beautifully? Misha Jamili with a beauty to kick things off. Essex make the perfect start in the final. What an absolute cracker, set up by the hard work of Afolabi Sayemi Olalade. And Jamili bends one into the side netting. It's a gorgeous goal. And Essex are off to a flyer. What a start. Barely 5 minutes played. Stunning goal. Stunning goal. No foul given. All the way through to the Essex goalkeeper it goes, James Scammell. Just the sort of goal you could watch over and over again. Beautifully shaped. Here is the goal scorer, Jamili. Beaten to that though by Finn Riley. There's the Humberside goalkeeper, Rhys Elliott. Here's the skipper, Levi Tarbotton. Brown making use of himself. So break to the Essex skipper, looking for Southgate, who's quick. And commanding was Elliott.
Opening goal scored by Essex, number 8, Misha Jamili.
Turning there is Keith, finds Sayemi Olalade. He's quick, he is very quick. Cross deflected, goal kick in the end is the decision. Sent high, Jamili underneath it. He'll drop there to Southgate. Tried to pick out Richardson. Well defended. A 4-3-3 structure for Essex. Forward it goes. And Smith. Richardson. Looking for Southgate, beaten to it by Tarbotton. Riley. Tarbotton. Sent in, Riley's nearly there. And Scammell had to be sharp about his work. Jack Smith has time. Didn't really make the most of that. Richardson into the middle. First there, and fouled was Afalabi Sayemi Ololade, who has made an impact in this first half. He set up the goal earlier on for Misha Jamili. If you're just joining us, I'll try and get a replay of that for you very shortly. It was some finish. Stepping in field here is Knight. Swung in. And out for a goal kick. Here is the goal. Set up, as I mentioned, by Sayemi Ololade. And we could watch this one all day long. Look at the technique from Jamili. It's a stunning goal. Beautifully placed. Absolutely no chance for Rhys Elliott in the Humberside net. As Jamili bags at the booth and end here at the Stoke City Stadium. There is Sayemi Ololade again. Launched clear by Levi Tarbotton. There are two Tarbottons on the field. The other, Jude, is at right back, wearing number 16 for Humberside. Team from the Hull area in the east of England. There is Jude Tarbotton. Followed by Jake Martindale. And now Archie Brown. Chance for him to shoot. Flashes it across the face. Goal kick. Good run by Brown. Not an awful effort by any means. Forward by Scammell. On by Jamili. Southgate's first to the flick on. Charging forward is Keith. And away goes Speed, showcasing some of that. Indeed. Oh, it was a decent attempted through ball. Just a little bit too much on it. Free kick goes Humberside's way. Free kick will be taken by Archie Brown here, right-footed. Swung in, it's a good delivery that, good flick on two. Flags up on the far side. Adam Svensson Robinson was looking to get on the end of that. But flag was up against him. Free kick. Here comes Jack McQueen for Essex. Fizzed in towards Richardson, he let it go. It will go out for a Humberside throw. Jack Smith long. Hammered away. Nudge in the back by Southgate. Clear to see. Alex France. Spencer Robinson getting in amongst it. It's good from Keith, but Humberside won it back. This is striker Walker. Here he is again, squeezes through. Couldn't quite get the shot away. And now it's composed from Reed to bring it out for Essex. Put out for a throw by Martindale. Shamili, goal scorer. Free kick. That's the goalkeeper it goes, James Scammell. He sends long. Alex France returns. Walker brings it down in his chest. Holds it up nicely. This is Martindale on the move. Speed. Archie Brown with a lovely first touch. Checks back onto his right, digs the shot out. Already span away in frustration before it even reached the goal line. Well, wide in the end from Archie Brown. Headed away by Jude Tarbotton. By Levi Tarbotton, rising there was Mvemba. And that's going to be a Humberside ball. Essex, who are last year's champions. Looking to defend their crown. Smith. Martindale to get Walker on the move. He does pretty well. Scammell beat him to that though. Big win there from Levi. Tarbotton. Southgate onto Keith. As well tackled by Levi Tarbotton again, and he's fouled. And that may well be the game's first card for YN Reed. Will either be that or a very stern talking to. I think in most scenarios, that is a yellow card. Referee, I think, is just telling him one more, and it has to be. It's lucky they're YN Reed. Levi Tarbotton was away. Archie Brown over the free kick. Drilled in, lovely floating ball into the box. Essex don't really deal with it. Spencer Robinson helps it back to Brown, who skies his effort horribly. Ryan Knight with the throw. Quarter of an hour gone at the Stoke City Stadium. This is the man whose goal separates the two sides. Misha Jamili forwards. That's a clever little ball around the corner. So Yemi Olalade on the move again. Knight will get there. And couldn't quite get around the other side. Goal kick goes Humberside's way. Richardson up for the header, wins it, but only as far as Smith. Jack Smith looks long, won by Knight. There's Ryan Reid. He looks long for Southgate, not a bad ball that. Levi Tarbotton's header is good enough to reach the goalkeeper. Reid's header, Keith round the corner. Speed keeps that in, that's good. Jude Tarbotton finds Levi Tarbotton. He switches the play over to Jack Smith, good ball. Just helped forward really by Smith. Reid can turn. It's Jack Jolliffe. Siemi Olalade forces the handball. Free kick goes Essex's way. Jack Jolliffe over the free kick then for Essex. Richardson. Jolliffe, Knight's made the run, he's onside, he's off now. Assistant referee just biding his time before the flag went up. Sent forward by Elliott, won by Martindale. Now Speed can help it on towards Brown. Good touches from Brown, good tackle from Jolliffe. There's Siemi Olalade on the run again. Can't quite find the option down the line. Ryan will have Essex's name on it. Free kick. Ryan Reid floats it in there. Jolliffe up for it. Got a flick on. Goal kick is the decision. The referee's actually going to overrule his assistant. Corner kick. Here's the ultimate decision from the man in charge, George Byrne. Played around 20 minutes then. Essex 1, Humberside 0. Corner taken short, so Siemi Olalade gets it back to Keith. Cleared well by Humberside. Brown into trouble though. Loses that to his opposite number, Jamili. And Vemba down the line, Jamili with a bit of space. And Vemba. Jamili is offside. Riley gets it back to his goalkeeper, and this is Levi Tarbotton. Again, looks like long diagonal crossfield switch. Jack Smith got a header on it. Spencer Robertson looking to get on the other side, but decision goes Essex's way. Jolliffe. Sam Mvemba, forward he comes. Well, tracked by speed, but Mvemba somehow hurdles him, and turning there is Jamili. Mvemba now with a bit of space. Darts in field, felt he was tripped, he was. Good position this for Essex, really good position. Great dart in field from Sam Mvemba. And a good chance here for Essex to create something. And it's Afolabi Sayemi Olalade on the free kick for Essex. Sam Mvemba is in there, joined by Jack Jolliffe from the back. It's teed up for Wyan Reid, and then for Tyler Richardson. Horrible bounce, affected his control, and in the end, that's going to be a Humberside ball. And that chance is rather wasted by Essex. Jack Smith with the throw. Brown's flick on. Jolliffe on the next header. Break here to Sayemi Olalade, back to Mvemba. Run by Tarbotton. Tidy feet. Martindale. Oh, Sayemi Olalade picked up now, and that's all in white. And bounces off Mvemba. Brown can't pick out his striker. Reid can turn. Rather forced ball from Wyan Reid there. Walker underneath the header will go all the way through to the goalkeeper. There, he's forced out of his area to clear. Keith wins the flick on. Jamili making a presence in there. Richardson over the top towards Sayemi Olalade, just a little bit too much on that. Nice idea. Jack Smith with another diagonal from Humberside. They look to utilise that quite a bit. Won well by Jolliffe. And now Martindale. And speed. Well tackled on the cover. Was Jack rather, McQueen. Jude Tarbotton. Speed tackle from behind, and the decision goes Essex's way. And that's good from Keith. Richardson. Southgate wants it through. Eventually gets it towards him. Ball arrived a little too late there for Southgate and for Essex. Referee's going to just have a chat with Jake Meltondale there in the middle. Nothing more than just a word. Walker. Nice idea. Played well there by Essex. Sent in. McQueen was there first. Martindale now to Smith. Smith fancies the long-range effort. He's ambitious. Coming up to the half-hour mark, 28 minutes played here at the Stoke City Stadium. 1-0 is the scoreline to Essex if you've just joined us. Goal in the opening 5 minutes from Misha Jamili, and a lovely goal it was indeed for Essex. Humberside in the Navy, looking to come back. That's a foul by Mbemba. He says he got the ball, assistant referee says it's a foul. Referee's only going to listen to one. Good position this for Humberside, essentially a corner. Archie Brown will take. Blocked by the wall. Walker lets it run, caused a bit of panic in there, and Mbemba just volleys it out. Corner kick then to Humberside. Whipped in by Brown, that's a good delivery to Walker, crashes off the post. Humberside inches away from being level. Inches away. Lovely delivery in from Archie Brown. And Josh Walker smashes his header off the post. He might think he should have scored here. A lovely run to the near post. Oh, it's a good chance, isn't it? It's a good chance. Jamili sneaks it through the legs of France. Martindale as well. Jack Smith won't keep that in. Knight with the throw. Keith. Jamili might fancy another effort for the spectacular. I think that's what he was looking for. Didn't get anywhere near the amount of bend needed. We are going to have a substitution. Looks like Tyler Richardson is the man about to come off. Callum Fitzer is going to replace him. We're about the half-hour mark here for Essex. Goal kick taken by Elliott. One by Walker. Brown can control. Strength from Brown. It's good play. Smith. Walker flicks it back inside. Smith needs an option. It's a risky one, but a good one. Plays Tarbottom. Again looks to the long ball. Not always been effective. Speed well tackled. By Tarbottom can come forward now. Piles into the challenge with Reed. Now Martindale. Nowhere to turn really. And Vamba can sneak it clear. Now Siemi Olalade. But substitute Fitzer running outside of him. He's asked a lot of him. And we'll go through to the goalkeeper, Elliott. Elliott's long ball. Bursting through there is Swenson Robinson. Couldn't make anything happen though. Essex goal kick. By Martindale and Swenson Robinson. Brown can turn, picks out Walker on the run, offside. Free kick will eventually be taken from the right spot by Scammell. Fitzer and Smith battling for it. Fitzer gets it. Humberside ball. Ten minutes to go until half time. It remains Essex 1, Humberside 0. Smith's throw. Walker. McQueen was strong, and Walker fouls him. Throw-in goes Humberside's way. One in the air by Mvemba, and then by McQueen. And there's Jamili. Fitzer. Knight. Mvemba around the corner. Siemi Olalade. Essex happy to recycle. Knight can turn with space in the middle of the park. Dinks it towards Olalade. Gets up by Tarbottom. Now Brown, but he can't control it. And Vember's throw. Reed gets it back to the fullback. Cruises past speed. Now Siemi Olalade. Levi Tarbossen across to get the tackle in. Southgate, who we've not seen a lot of since the opening stages. Very willing runner, but Essex haven't had too much of this. Spells of possession in the Humberside final third, and that's their own product. Maybe not the most surprising fact of the match so far. They'll be delighted to be in front, but in truth it's been very even. Humberside have had more of the ball. Walker wins the header, only as far as Reed. Keith finds Sam and Vember. Good strength by Siemi Olalade, wins the free kick. Quick to get on with it. Referee wants it taken from its proper spot. Just disrupts the Essex momentum. As Vember again glides past speed. His cross is loose though. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Sent long, Walker will win this ahead of McQueen. And there's Spencer Robinson. Gets a good cross in and a good bit of defending by Jolliffe to put it behind for a Humberside corner. Last time they had a corner, they very nearly scored from it. Josh Walker crashing into the woodwork. He's the aerial threat again in the 6-yard box. It's aimed towards him, just over him. Archie Brown should get another bite at this. Can't quite beat Reed, but he will go down the line. And the pass by Riley. Brown onto his right foot. Back towards the far post. Well gathered by the goalkeeper. Really nicely played by Scammell under pressure. Forward comes McQueen. Spencer Robinson with time and space. Walker is onside. Went for the 1-2 from Brown, but Brown's pass was a touch loose. Southgate, good turn. Sends Fitzer on his way. Southgate in first time, nearly went through to Siemi Olalade. Shamili regains possession. Now there's Siemi Olalade. Now Reed. And Keith thought about hitting it, does eventually. Thought he was fouled in the process. Play continues with Vember. Siemi Olalade keeps it in tidily. Good player on the ball. And Vember didn't really have the room to do that. As we wind ourselves down to half-time. About 4 minutes remaining in this first half. It remains 1-0 to Essex. Humberside have been good value in this game. Like that early goal from Essex. The wonder strike from Misha Jamili is the difference between the two sides. Will there be more come half-time? There's Ololade, couldn't quite squeeze it through to Fitzer. Important intervention. And now here come Humberside. At full pace is Alex France. Joliffe in with a tackle. Gives it up. Ball goes forward. Ryan Knight ahead of Josh Walker. Will get the clearance. Fitzer gives it up. And then wins it back, does he? No. Concedes a throw. Josh Walker just to the left of your picture is down. He's got gingerly back to his feet. Fitzer gets a foul out of Jack Smith. Jamili happy to get on with things. See Amy Ololade has Mvemba with him. Dodges one tackle and a second, doesn't dodge the third. Jude Tarboton got back at him. Now Brown can't turn. Joliffe finds a way through to Mvemba. Gets through the challenge, and there's two up with him in this attack. Couldn't pick out Southgate. Jamili gets the second ball. Essex finishing the half strongly. Here's Siemi Ololade. Reid might think about the shot from here. He does. Scuffs it horribly. I think it just hit his left foot. He was just striking it with his right. Didn't get hold of it at all. Opened up for him really nicely here. And just took a bobble as he swung his right foot at it. Elliott launches long. Won well by Mvemba. Southgate battles for it, doesn't win it. Siemi Ololade commits a foul. Tarboton on quickly towards Spencer Robinson. Won well by Knight. Queen is safe. Back to Scammell. We'll just take his time here, no rush for Essex. Let's find out how much time is to be added on at the end of the first half here. Reid can turn. Pokes it through to Keith, his touch was loose. We have one additional minute at the end of the break. At the end of the half rather, before the break. Elliott looks to pick out Smith. Gets there ahead of Knight. And Spencer Robinson can have a run here. They've got men in the middle. He went straight to the one man he didn't want it to. Joliffe was defending there in the middle for Essex. And Mvemba clear. And Levi Tarboton finds Jude Tarboton. Only as far as Keith though. Southgate slipped. France. Cut out by Knight. Looking for Southgate. Green can come into it. Referee blows for half-time. It's been a pretty even half between Essex and Humberside, but that early wonder strike from Misha Jamili is the difference between the two teams at the break. Half-time here at the Stoke City Stadium. It's Essex 1, Humberside 0. chastises himself for it afterwards. Bad play by Matty Owen. So it looks like we've lost Finn Riley from the centre of midfield. Both wingers, Spencer Robinson and Speed, as well as the right back, Jude Tarbottom. The changes on both wings, the right back and the centre of midfield for Humberside. They look to change things up from the first half. They did have a good first half, to be honest with you. Arguably, perhaps the better side. Certainly had more of the ball. Hit the woodwork. Perhaps consider themselves a little unfortunate to be 1-0 down on the balance of play. That's a foul. Martindale on Albert Keith. This is a really good position now for Essex. Right on the edge of the box. Goal scorer Misha Jamili immediately looked to line this one up. He has got a wand of a left foot. We saw that for his goal in the first half. Goalkeeper is at the near side. He's closest to Jamili, as you can see. And it's Jamili who goes for it. Oh, he gets right underneath it. Poor effort, really, in the end. From the Essex midfielder. Forward by Elliott. Jamili somehow comes in between Wilkes and Walker to win it. This is the Essex sub at the end of the first half. Fitzer. Jamili. Reed back to Misha Jamili. Options to the left is Mbemba. Jamili looks to sneak it through to the winger on the run. Siemi Olalade. Ryan Reeds. Sam Mbemba angles it in field. It was sloppy. Wilkes. It's a good looking ball towards Estrata. Chemier. Estrata will look to keep this in. Stood up by Ryan Knight. Estrata has his cross blocked. Good from Jack Smith. Cross deflected. And the decision goes Essex's way. Like 5 minutes to the second half, it's still 1-0. 50 played, 40 to go. So plenty of time for Humberside to come back. On the run, it's Southgate. On Siemi Olalade is in. Oh, it's a good save by Elliott. Great play from Siemi Olalade. Good ball this from Southgate, it really was. He just gets in front of his defender. It's good goalkeeping from Elliott, spread himself really well. Difficult for Siemi Olalade to find a way through. Lofted out to this near side to Mbemba, who slips by Keith. Now Chemier. Couldn't find a way past Mbemba. Brown then looks to get Estrata on the run. Here he is, keeps it in. Good block from McQueen. Knight clears his lines, but only as far as Martindale. Now Chemier in towards Walker, it's over him. Knight clears far better this time around. Wilkes lays it off to Smith, gets it back. Looks for Chemier, couldn't quite get on the end of it. There goes Mvemba. Good ball through to Jamili. Gets the cross in, not quite enough angle on it to allow Kieran Southgate to really have much hope in getting that. Humberside ball. Fitzer. Knight forward towards Samuel Olade, but cut out, and now Estrata. Looks to get Brown on the run. Jalif across on the cover, but not needed in the end. It will go out for an Essex throw. Samuel Olade. Reed. Oh, turned into traffic. Estrata, set forward by Brown, dealt with by McQueen. Brought down by Fitzer. Samuel Olade with room to turn, turned into trouble. Jalif can look forward. Keith on the run. Beaten to it by his opposite number. It's Skipper v Skipper. Levi Tarbotton got there first. Chamier on. Samuel Olade couldn't control. Reed intercepts. Dances away from Wilkes. Samuel Olade finding a good pocket of space. That's a clever little ball through to Jamili. Teased up for Mvemba. Stands it up. Bit aimless that. Two in the middle to aim for. It's the referee. It will break here for Essex. Bits around the corner to Albert Keith. Lost out. Humberside can look to clear. And as far as Jolliffe. Looks panicked to touch that. And Mvemba. Samuel Olade. Wine Reed. And he finds Chamier. Tarbottom can clear, but he sliced it. Essex throw. Southgate couldn't control. Samuel Olade gets the second ball. Dancing feet of the winger. Does so well to keep himself remotely in with a shout of keeping hold of the ball. Here he is again. Sam Mvemba. Jamili. Samuel Olade. Now crosses. It was a poor cross in the end after all that. Did really well to work the crossing position there, Essex, and then wasted the chance when it came. Jalif keeps it in. Scammell finds Jamili, calm under pressure. Wine Reeds. But Keith feels he was blocked off. Decision goes Essex's way regardless. Referee just wants a word with Albert Keith. Doesn't like being spoken to like that by the Essex captain. Passions boiling overboard. Smith struggling to find a way out. Fitzer making a real nuisance of himself. And the decision goes Essex's way. Referee again wants a chat, this time with Jack Smith. Albert Keith stood over the free kick. And Vemba and Jolliffe up from the back. Mealy in there, so too Southgate and Fitzer. Keith who takes, it's deep. Well claimed by the goalkeeper. Can he look to get Humberside on the move? Walker goes down, free kick given. McQueen doesn't like that decision. There wasn't a huge amount in that, in all truth. There's a player down in the Humberside 6-yard box. Sam and Vemba. Yeah, we'll need a little bit of treatment. There is Sam Vemba, who is underneath the high ball. Sent in from the free kick. I wonder if he took perhaps an awkward landing. Essex will be hoping he can continue. He's been an excellent outlet down the left-hand side for them. This is the scene at the other end of the field. Humberside themselves have a very good free kick position. And remember, departs the pitch. Game will continue with Archie Brown's free kick. Angled in towards Walker. Keeper did well to get something on it. Southgate should be able to clear. Launches into the Humberside half. And Vemba trots back on, a touch gingerly. Jamili battling well, and Albert Keith can continue his run. He's checked a little bit, but he continues. Slots it through to Salemi Olalade. He's offside. Won't count. Nicely finished by Salemi Olalade. He was a yard or two offside. Great burst from Albert Keith. First had really seen Keith do that. And he's a good player. His bursts from midfield have been quite limited by a decent Humberside defence. That was nicely played. Elliott forward, very flat, scuffed it a little bit. Might break there to Brown. It does. He wants a penalty. He's got one. Archie Brown wins the penalty. Head in hands moment for Essex and Jake Jolliffe. Ball was flicked on, a little bit of hesitation. And I think the foul will go against Sam Vemba. But Archie Brown spots it up. This for parity. Scores. And Humberside are level. And they mean business all right. Archie Brown spots the ball back on the centre circle. Well taken penalty. Sent Scammell the wrong way. And this final's alive all right. Passions are running high out there in the middle. Referee George Byrne doing his best to keep a lid on all of this. This is Mvemba, whose clumsy tackle, shall we say, gave away the penalty. Just a moment of indecision, really, in the Essex defence. It's cost them dear. Credit goes to Archie Brown, who did really well to win it. Seized on that indecision and made something of it, and then took the penalty really well. It's great from Siemi Olalade. Goes again for the return. So difficult to get off the ball, but eventually Levi Tarbotton does exactly that. Strata beaten to it by Knight. Bit of an edge to this game now. Here come Essex with Fitzer. Felt he was pulled back, he was. Might be a yellow card here. Referee, I think, is deciding that enough is enough in this game and he needs to start issuing some cards. Game is just simmering along here. Archie Brown is down and needs a little bit of treatment. It looks like Jake Martindale is about to enter the referee's book. That tug back looked pretty clear. My apologies, Jack Smith it is, who's receiving the yellow card. Number 2. The tug back there on the Essex attacker. Archie Brown trudges off, and there's going to be a substitution as well, as Afolabi Siemi Olalade is replaced by Ibrahim Ugradet. Here's the foul again. See there the arm across the shoulder, definitely a foul, and definitely a yellow card as well. Cynical from Jack Smith. But Ibrahim Ugradet is big young boy. He's on to try and help the Essex attack. It's a good effort by Albert Keith. Goalkeeper gathers it well. Took a little foul from Southgate in the process. Free kick. And Ugrada is wanted as a straight switch for Siemi Olalade, who's probably been Essex's best attacking outlet. I think that might be a change due to tiredness more than tactically. I'd be surprised if they wanted to take him off in an ideal world, Essex. Real dangerous player is Siemi Olalade, as Estrato takes one on from a mile out. Scammell. McQueen forward, over the head of Smith and gathered by Southgate. Humberside ball. Back to the goalkeeper. Elliott launches long. Jolliffe wins it, on by Wilkes. And again from Wilkes. Walker down into the path of Estrata. That's a good looking ball towards Chamier. Well read. Archie Brown all the way back to the Humberside goalkeeper, taking no chances. And the target is Walker. This time Knight beats him. Humberside throw. Ryan Knight, meanwhile, has gone down. Slight pause in play, chance for a few of the players to take on some drinks and other refreshment. It's a big pitch here at the Stoke City Stadium. Both teams have been giving their all from the start. And Ryan Knight trudges off the field. Looks like he's stretching out as if he's coming back on. Here come Essex with Ugrada. Good feet. Pass was a little loose, but Fitzer will keep it in. Ugrada can't turn past Smith. He looks forward to Shamiat. Smith has continued his run. So too has Walker. In a foot race with McQueen. Walker gets there. Edge of the box arriving. It's Brown! What a save that is! Well, James Scammell with the save of the day. And it's not even close. Thought for all the world that this was 2-1. What a brilliant reaction stop. Down low to his left. It was fizzed at him by Archie Brown. That's a top save. Really, really good, that. Essex, meanwhile, going to make another change. It's the player we saw replaced in the first half, Tyler Richardson, coming back on to replace the stricken Ryan Knight. Richardson joins the fray. Corner about to be taken. Swung in. Might break that to Wilkes. Estrada now. Shamiat. Nimble player, out for a throw. There's the save again. Lovely move actually down the Humberside left between Smith and Walker. Good vision to pick out Archie Brown. Good first touch, great hit. That's a super save. You can see by the reaction of the Humberside players, they can't believe it didn't go in. An understandable reaction. It was an unbelievable save. Martindale was clever. Couldn't get round the other side though. Well controlled by Mbemba. It was pinged into him by Reed. Mbemba shrugs off Martindale. Had Ugrada outside of him, didn't pick him out. Reed stretches to intercept. And Mbemba gets the second ball, and now Jamili with options, squeezes it through, over hit. Game is getting stretched. We've got 20 minutes or thereabouts to play, and it really is a coin toss for the winner here. That's a good ball in towards Southgate. Oh, off the line. Humberside survive. And now it's Essex's turn to wonder how on earth they haven't scored. Fitzer keeps it in. Keith. Jamili. Reed had nowhere to go, and now Archie Brown can break. And this is Shemier. Walker back to him. Jason Chenier finds Brown. And Walker. Martindale will get there. Ahead of Mbemba. And now This is Matty Owen. Martindale couldn't squeeze that through to Walker. Wilkes from miles out, well over. Here's the chance for Essex, and what a chance it was. Jack Smith caught out, can't be caught there. Brilliant ball in. And I think actually Southgate just needed a touch on that. I think he misses it. I think if he gets there, he's ahead of the keeper anyway. Humberside back on the attack with Walker. Chance for him to shoot, blocked by Jolliffe. This game has all of a sudden exploded into life since the Humberside goal. Both teams are throwing everything at it. Angled forward by Richardson. Owen underneath it with Ugrada. And throw in is given Essex's way. Jamili and Vemba. Stumbled on his way through. Free kick goes Essex's way. I have to say at first glance I thought that was generous. Free kick was attempted to be taken quickly. Humberside dealt with it. Referee is getting his notebook out again. This is the Humberside skipper, Levi Tarbotton, going in the book by the looks of things. Yellow card shown. Just out of your picture, the Essex captain receiving a bit of treatment on halfway over in front of the dugouts. Just upsetting the rhythm of what's been a really, really good last 10 minutes or so to watch. Almost basketball-esque in nature. Keith trudges off. Free kick will be taken by Misha Jamili. Martindale, the one-man wall. Jamili flights it in, and it didn't really get there, but one of his defenders did. And Brown just fizzes it over the top. Scammell was alert on the edge of his area. This is Tyler Richardson. McQueen steps away from Walker. Jamili. Chance made for Ibrahim Ugrada to have a run. Angles in a good-looking ball towards the far post. Keeper and defender missed it. And a chance there for Essex for Fitzer. And scrambled clear by Humberside. Jason Chamier goes on the run for it. But Essex are really starting to turn the screw here. Bit of panic setting into that Humberside defence, I think. Was desperate defending there, when in reality it was quite a straightforward ball to defend. Jolliffe gets it under control. Jamili can turn in between the lines. Jolliffe continues his run. Floats it out towards Fitzer, who can control. Turns, shoots over the bar. Well, this was the ball in from Ugrada, which caused all the issues. Real mix-up between Smith and the goalkeeper, and that might have been sneaking in. Tough to tell. Tarbotton made absolutely crystal clear that it wasn't going to. It's a good chance for Essex there. Just over 10 minutes to go. mentioned about 10 minutes ago, it's a coin toss for who wins this. Well, my opinion hasn't changed, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. Here come Essex and Wyan Reid. That's Jack McQueen forward. Reid again picks it up, this time in a more advanced role. And now Callum Fitzer. Tracking back is Estrata to get there. Jolliffe got a nudge, referee says play on. And now Josh Walker can perhaps get there. Not sure he's got the legs to take this all the way. Holding it up really well though. Look to find half a yard to bring others into play, does so. Archie Brown, shot from distance is a decent effort, just over the top. Substitution incoming. Wyan Reid's going to depart, he's had a good game in the centre of midfield. And it's Enoch Soganile who's going to come on. Number 14 has been held up on the board, or 15 rather. That one goes out of play for an Essex throw. Richardson. Sent forward. Underway. There's a substitute for Essex. Oh, it's a really good bit of play from the captain. And Keith is getting away here. And it's now with Southgate. Humberside scramble it clear. It's good defending that time. Belted forward by Brown. Scammell does really well. That's composed goalkeeping. And Vember can get this under. Beats Wilkes. And here comes Estrata. Estrata goes for goal. Scammell was off his line. Skews it high and wide. And chastised by his teammates for his choice of shot. Can't confirm the Essex substitute a few moments ago is Connor Tyrrell who's come on. He's nearly on the ball. That was a risky ball by Scammell. And Chamier maybe with a chance to shoot. Scammell makes up for it. Good save. Atones for his error mere seconds before. There is Tyrrell. Brown. Chamier on the run. Good strength from Chamier. Martindale, Chamier. Angled it back towards Martindale. Tyrrell was in there strong. Here's a save. Good hit from Chamier. It's a good save that actually from Scammell. Been very assured in goal when he's had to save shots. Now Southgate's on the run here. Can he make it? Yes, he can. Oh, it's a really good bit of forward play. He's unlucky. Bit of afters as well. He's enjoyed himself, I think, here in Southgate. Great win by Mvemba. Southgate is offside. Elliott forward towards Martindale. He wins it. Well won by Joliffe in response. And Vember can clear. Jack Smith wins the header, but Fitzer making it awkward for him. This is Strata. Good feet, good ball. Archie Brown lines up the shot, well blocked. He's got a lovely right foot, Brown. Oh, the drop kick is loose from Scammell. Just a few mistakes starting to creep in as we head towards the latter stages. This is Martindale. Tyrrell, not sure he wanted to take a touch there. He got away with it. Composed defending, I guess, in the end. Sent forward. Southgate to Keith. That's a good-looking ball towards Ugrada. It's a really important intervention by Owen. Keith and Tarbotton went for it. It's a free kick going the way of Tarbotton. Tyrrell underneath it. Smith. Strata trying to get away from Richardson. He blocks him off and Strata fouls him. Looks like Essex are prepping another change. And it is Afolabi Soyemi Ololade is going to come back on to replace Kieran Southgate, who's really ran himself into the ground here at the Stoke City Stadium. There is Soyemi off Ololade, and now Jamili and Vemba. We get a second bite at it. Keith. Owen repels him. Jamili. Keith. Ugrada. Wins it back. Release it to Jamili, drops it off to Keith. Ugrada. Keith, space on the edge of the box. And again, Crosswell blocks, he'll get a second go. Keith pulls it back, header as far as Ugrada and Humberside clear. It was rather desperate there for a second. Richardson. Soyemi Ololade, that's a lovely turn. Flick on towards Ugrada, he'll get there. Oh, and he couldn't connect when it mattered most. Well brought down by Chamier, who's had a really good game since coming on in the second half. He's made a difference to this Humberside team. Here's Estrata, good challenge. And here comes Keith. He's got Ugrada on this near side advancing. Ugrada, 2 with him. Can he pick out Keith? Here he is. Squeeze it through. Oh, and what a chance. Can you believe it? Soyemi Olalade fluffs his lines at the last. What a chance for Essex. In the 88th minute, 6 yards out. Do chances come any better? Ugrada. That's good from Connor Fitzer. And he's fouled. Free kick given. Alan Fitzer has stayed down. This is the opportunity. Brilliant work by Ugrada. Really good ball through to Keith. See that he's onside. Oh, what a chance for Soyemi Olalade. And there's the reaction. He knew. That is James Scammell. He's been chosen as the man of the match in this game. Beaten from the penalty spot, but pretty much impenetrable otherwise. And he produced an absolutely wonderful save as well. Without him, perhaps Humberside would already have one hand on the trophy. And of course, if it stays as it is, he may have a chance to make himself an even bigger hero, as it will go to penalties. Neither side really wants that. Essex with a big chance here to change that. It's Albert Keith over the free kick. 4 in the middle to aim at. Tyrrell is tall and at the back post lurking. It's sent in. A little bit too much on it. Keeper had to make sure. Just tipped it over the bar. Did Reece Elliott. I think he had to in the end. It actually goes down as a bit of a poor free kick from Albert Keith. Fairly simple for the keeper to deal with, just wanted to be double sure really. This stage of the match you can hardly blame him. Callum Fitzer across to take it. More in the middle now for Essex, swung in. Good header away. Fitzer gets the second ball. Ugrada. Towards Jamili. From Jolliffe. Jimmy Olalade turns beautifully. Shot well blocked. Just opened up for him for a second there. And there goes Estrata. Terrific tackle by Richardson. And he gets a decision. We're beyond the 90. We creep ever closer to penalties. Chamier. Ugrada gets there. Maybe one final chance. Albert Keith turns and he's got 2 in front of him. Keith, does he fancy going all the way maybe? He's brought down, referee says no foul. Elliott takes. One by Mvemba. Tyrrell will keep that in. Referee takes a look at the watch. Jolliffe forward. Surge of energy from the Essex centre-back, and maybe a chance. Looks to play in Olalade. Jamili will keep this in. To Keith, free kick. Jamili flattened, we will have one final chance. Here's the earlier one. As Albert Keith surged forward. Not a huge amount in it. But this is a really good opportunity for someone in white to make themselves a hero. Stepping back is Afolabi Suyemi Olalade. Connor Tyrrell also in the conversation. Olalade, who had that wonderful chance to win it in the 88th minute. Over the top. Just gun barrel straight at the goalkeeper as well. Elliott forward. We hit minute 94. Estrata, read by McQueen. Goes back to Scammell. No mistakes now. Fits it as well. Helping out is Olalade. It's good from Jamili. Doesn't want to mess about with it there though. Not sure Walker's got the legs in him to chase that one down to the last. Scammell long. Big shout of Levi's from Tarbottom, he claims it. Archie Brown can't quite stop that ball in its path. Callum Fitzer can't quite win the ball back. Big win from Joliffe. And it'll break there to Wilkes. Looks to squeeze it through. That'll run all the way through to a goal kick. 95 on the watch. It looks now as if they are left to the shootout. Scammell long. Still the referee does not blow. Estrata towards Chamier. Scammell out quickly. Hurls it out into the midfield to Jamili and Tyrrell. Maybe one last chance. Ibrahim Ugrada. He's got two with him. Here's Keith. Good block, it came off Keith. Does he keep it alive? He does, and there's the winner! And there is the winner! Misha Jamili, who started it all off, has finished it. Humberside shell-shocked. Essex have surely done it now. Wonderful work by the captain, Albert Keith, who kept it alive, picked out Jamili, and he had the composure, the wherewithal to finish. It's a yellow card for the celebration. Not that he remotely cares about that. After 97 minutes, Essex take a crucial, surely decisive lead. Brown launches forward. Surely not yet more drama. Estrata dances inside the goal scorer. Perhaps the match winner, gives it away to Ugrada, who launches. Olalade was fouled. Launched up in the air almost in frustration, I think, by Alex France. Ololade needs a little bit of treatment, I think. Well, this is the moment. Brilliant work from Albert Keith. He doesn't give this up. Does it go out? No, good decision. And Jamili put a name on it. Ololade almost took it off him. It's a great finish. What a dramatic ending. It's a yellow card to Alex France, I think, for kicking the ball away. Siemi Ololade, I think, is going to be all right to continue. Free kick then to Essex. As they count down the seconds. And that's it. That is it. After nearly 100 minutes of pure drama, the winners of the under-18 Inter-County Cup are Essex. It's 2-1. Goals right at the start and right at the very, very end from Misha Jamili are the difference. A penalty from Archie Brown levelled it, and for so long it was so close in the second half. It was anyone's final. But in the end, Essex get themselves over the line. Full time from the Stoke City Stadium after a classic. Essex 2, Humberside 1.
So before we do that, let's show our appreciation for today's match officials, starting with referee George Byrne, the assistant referees Ben Greenbank and Stephen Clark, and the fourth official, Adam Coon. Commiserations to the national runners-up Humberside boys. Once again, let's put our hands together and show our appreciation for their efforts this afternoon. They really contributed to a fantastic national final. So let's go start with the goalkeeper, number 1, Reece Elliott. Number 2, Jack Smith. Number 3, Adam Spencer Robinson. Number 4, Alex Brandt. Number 5, the captain, Levi Tarbott. Number 6, Cody Wills. Number 7, Jake Martinelli. Number 8, Archie Brown. Number 9, Josh Walker. Number 10, Chris Oakley. Number 11, Alfie Speed. Number 12, Jason Chanier. Number 14, Dennis Estrata. Number 15, Matty Owen. Number 16, Jude Talbot. And number 17, Finn Riley. And the two team managers from Humberside. Now on to today's winners and national champions of England, Essex Schoolboys. Let's put our hands together and call the boys up, starting with the goalkeeper, number 1, James Scammell. Number 2, Ryan Knight. Number 3, Sam Member. Number 4, Ryan Reed. Number 5, Jake Jolly. Number 6, Jack McQueen. Number 7, Tyler Richardson. Number 8, Misha Jamiley. Number 9, Kieran Southgate. Number 11, Apalabi. Number 12, Callum Vincer. Number 14, Ibrahim Raider. Number 15, Enoch Sagamaya. Number 16, Connor Tyrrell. Number 17, Tajuddin Salawi. And the two team managers, Andy Taylor and Graham Hall. And finally, the captain of Essex, Albert Keith, go forward to collect his medal. And the chairman of the ESFA, Mr. Owen Aitken, will present the trophy to Albert Keith, the captain of Essex, to crown them champions of England for 2018.
I'm going to stay still. I think I'm envisioning Rio. So what a dramatic end to that final with the head coach, Graham. What an incredible end to the game. Have you experienced something like that much recently?
We've had a few.
A bit of luck all the way to the fire. It could have gone either way. You do you think after the first two had gone awry that maybe it wasn't going to be your night again?
No, I think we'd keep.
What did you make of your guys' performance today? It's very, very good Humberside team, very even.
Yeah, I was quite. Didn't get as well as I know we can, but you know, we stayed in the game. We defended very well, and I thought we, as you say, we created the chances in the second half. So I think we did edge it, and I think it was right that we took the last chance in the game.
And obviously under 18s, these guys, so coming towards the end of their school's football careers, how much do you think that they've enjoyed the experience playing in all these cup competitions?
I know they've loved it. As a group, we've played a lot of games this year, and I know they've really enjoyed. They've been a really tight group, and they've really enjoyed being together. You know, it's never been a problem. You know, they've wanted to be together as a group and play, you know, every time. So it's been a pleasure really to be part of the county setup.
And it's been a pleasure to watch that final. Graham, thank you for joining us. That will do us from our coverage from the Stoke City Stadium. A fitting way to end 3 dramatic days with the most dramatic of finishes. Congratulations to Essex, and we'll see you next time.